You were my best friend. Didn't care about the rules, good on the weekends. I'll be in fools, drifting to deep space. So brave and so stupid, just like the movies. I was gonna stay in the fight with you, just thinking we would do this until we couldn't do it. Each and every high, every night with you. You and me so clueless. We were just broken, shattered, singing along to nothing matters. Stray around like nighttime rumors. We were in too deep. In your worn out sweater, thinking we'll be young forever. Driving in your mom's old hatchback, and we were in too deep. Where did it begin? Where did it end? Hanging on loose strings, unable to bend. I never listened, trying to prove it, just like the movies. I was gonna stay in the fight with you, just thinking we would do this until we couldn't do it. Each and every high, every night with you. You and me so clueless. We were just broken, shattered, singing along to nothing matters. Stray around like nighttime rumors. We were in too deep. In your worn out sweaters, thinking we'll be young forever. Driving in your mom's old hatchback, and we were in too deep. Thinking we'll be young, be young, be young. 'Cause I'm thinking we'll be young forever. 'Cause I'm thinking we'll be young, be young, be young. 'Cause I'm thinking we'll be young forever.
Well, hello, Planerettes. How are you? Happy Sunday, happy Monday, wherever you are in the world. I do appreciate you joining me for this week's live plan with me. And hello to everyone that has tuned in today. We've got Stephanie, Marsha, hello, Angela, Eva, hello from Sweden. Nice to see you, Mom. And we have Elle, hello. How are you? Nice to see you from New England today on a really sunny Sunday. How wonderful. It's been raining here in Sydney because it is autumn season for us here in Australia. It is 5:30 a.m. Are you ready to get started? Adriana, I think Adriana's ready. Hello, everybody. I do appreciate you all being here, welcoming each other. Hello, Irene, the budgeting mama. How are you? Are you good? I'm so glad you are here today. Lena is also here from Sweden. Eva and Lena, hello, how are you? And here we are. Happy Monday. Thank you, Marsha, and everybody. Oh, I appreciate you all from being here. Yes. Well, as Stephanie said, two people from Sverige. I'm so loving that. Is that how I say? Did I say it right? How are you all? Sweden in the house. Thank you. Look, we're going to get started because I want to show you how I'm going to set up my weekly spread for the new week of March the 18th to the 24th. Oh my goodness. Every time that last day of the week I say it, just gets us closer to the next month. Unbelievable. Excellent. Thank you so much. Sverige? Is that how you say it? Is that right? If I am butchering the pronunciation, please forgive me, but it all is always good to try your best. Oh, hello, May. You snuck in there in between the Swedish talk. Thank you so much for joining. All right, let me go and show you my desk, shall we? So I am going to be in my weekly spread. This is my printable download that you can get from my shop at mariannecresp.com. But guess what? You don't have to have the same weekly planner layout as I do. You can have your own ring bound planner, disc bound planner, and everything else. So it doesn't have to be the same. But the essence of Plan With Me is going to be the same because we want to embellish our planner pages because the I can hear something in the background. I think I've still got my music on. Yes, I did have my music on still. All right, I've stopped it. I'm there going, is that in my head? Am I hearing things in my head as usual? Pretty much, yes. And I'm going to put my, hang on, my fan on over there in the corner. It's plugged in. So then for those of you that may not know, I'm 49 years old. So I think I am going through my perimenopausal journey. So then, of course, I get all heated up and all sweaty with all the lights and just the excitement of being here with you guys. So like I said, the reason why we want to embellish our planner pages is because the more attractive it is, the more likely we're going to use it because we love to see pretty things, right? So we want to make sure that, when we open up our planners or our journals or whatever it is, it's not bland. It's not like looking like, because sometimes we have to put tasks on it that may not be the most exciting or the sexiest of stuff, right? So here we go. Yes, ring planners. That's right, Marsha. I'm going to be flippant with what planners I use because it's important that the planners we use suit us at the time of our season. So season doesn't just necessarily mean weather season. It could be the busy season, your holiday season. You've got lots of tasks on. It's quiet, so you may not need a lot of the time blocking. So it is okay to change your planner setup. Please do not be confined to one. Of course, it is important that you don't spend up too much money on getting many different planners. So that's why it's important just sometimes photocopying a page or lining up your page as in a particular layout or setup you like to see if it's something you like before buying. That try before you buy thing. Yes, May, my fanorette, it's over there. I have moved my desk around. So for those of you that follow me on Instagram at Mariane Cresp, you would have seen last Thursday, Friday, I had a I said it's either me moving stuff around in my house is either a major anxiety attack or just needed a refresh reset. And it's a refresh reset because I have been managing my anxiety and my anxious thoughts for the last few weeks, just enjoying my time. All right. So just a very young, exactly. I'm loving this age because I am going to own it. And, it's just a number, right? It's how we feel and the energy we feel inside. Hello, Deborah. How are you? Nice to see you. Thank you so much for joining me. Correct. Okay, here we go. So I babbled on enough. So weekly spread. So here's a quick win, right? So normally, I'm going to put my hair back. Normally, when I date my weekly spread, I will have stickers, like these number stickers. You can get them. I do have it in my Amazon storefront. The link is in the description below. So this one is the Carpe Diem numbers. But sometimes, see, some numbers are missing already. And, I wanted to be coordinating. And I've got 2 of them. But you don't have to have like stickers like this because you can use whatever markers you have. So I'm going to be using these Tombow Jewel brush pens. I'm going to use these 2 colors because I am inspired by this washi tape. See? So it is autumn here in Australia, but I pretty much don't go by the season because here in Sydney it doesn't snow. So then winter time, really, can't do snow themed layouts, and so I just go with what I feel for the week, or I check out my washi stash to see if any of it inspires me. So then, what I might do is I might take these out. So this Oh, and the planner I'm using for this week is the Filofax A5 Mediterranean planner. Now, I did get this when I used to be a Filofax ambassador, and so you can still use my discount code, so you can get 10% off non-leather products in their on their website at Filofax, whether you're in UK, US, Australia, and Canada. So non-leather products. So it's Mariane, Cresp, all one word, caps, I think, no space. So if you do like any of the Filofax, you can get 10% off. They still, my discount code's still valid. Isn't that fantastic? So that's what I'm in this week, but I'm just taking it off so then I can have a little bit more space. So like I said, here is a great way. If you don't have stickers, you don't need it. And I use the brush tip end. So Tombow jewel brush pens are a little bit more expensive than your other brush pens, but you can get great dupes, right? So this one is 312. I think it's asparagus. And this one is, blush. I'll make sure I get the number for you and pop it in there. So here's what you do. I'm going to alternate these two colors to get the number. So let me zoom in a little bit so you get a closer look. Right, so all you do is get the brush tip, and here is a great way if you want to practice hand lettering or a nice font. So what's today, the 18th? So on this planner printable, let me see if there is a dot. So it helps you align your numbers. So if you're like me and can't write straight, this will help you. Let me see if I can do this. So what I do is on the left hand side of the digit is I just create that little sort of like a double, make it thicker, and then 18. Make sure I always go quiet when I'm writing because I know I'll write something wrong. 18, 19, and so just whatever your handwriting style is, you just follow that. You just make the numbers, because once you start doing these nice sort of like thicker edges, 18, 19, 20, 21, right? It starts to look like it's like a professional hand lettering font. So then you don't have to have stickers because you've got your hands, pardon the nails. Oh, yes, I didn't have time to do my nails this week. So that's all right, because this still got the pretty popsicle color, the purple color, 23 and 24. And you watch the magic of a black ink does. So let me just show you the full spread, right? We can leave it at that. That's nice and easy. However, check this out. Grab a black ink. This is the Pentel Energel. Now I do have, this comes with 0.4 ink inside it when you buy the barrel as is. It comes in different colors, so it is in my Amazon storefront. But I have the 0.7 nib because I do like the thicker nib. This week I change my mind all the time. So then what you do is you just outline the edges of your Tombow markers. And then what the black ink does is it makes it pop on the page. So, oops, I missed out that little one there. So see how now you have transformed your little lettering from okay to how wow, right? So I always go outline it, and it doesn't have to be perfect when you're outlining. If you miss, I think here, all right, see how you missed it didn't go right around the edge. That is the beauty of your hand lettering font. And by creating this thickness bit here, see how now it looks like it's a shine, uh, a reflection, or yeah, a reflection. It looks like it's a shiny surface when, so you have transformed a flat looking hand lettering font into something that pops with just a simple. So grab any black ink pen you have. It doesn't have to be anything. Hello, Lauren. How are you? Adriana says, would you be planning in your Hobonichi again? Yes, I will be, because I do use that in, I'll show you, Adriana. Let me make sure I do remind myself. Yes, it's the same. So, what is it, Adriana, really you want me to make sure that I cover? Because I am going to be going back and forth. But like I said, you know, it's still the same essence, because most planet pages have the weekly, a daily, and everything else. It's just that I miss us every time I see other planners on Instagram. It's like, oh, well, now I want to use a pocket ring planner. Oh, now I want to use an A5. So yes, I will be using it again. So, but don't fret, don't leave because now I'm not using the Hobonichi, because it's still the same. Because really, remember your Hobonichi. Also, well, of course, it has the type, but you can, do this at the bottom of your Hobonichi column. So let me just show you while actually we are talking about it. So then this is my current week. So see here. So I know the Hobonichi was already dated, but if you want to create a nice looking hand lettering, you can pop the hand lettering at the bottom. Now, if you don't, I mean, of course, if you use up the whole of the time blocking, but the time blocking on Hobonichis, it's like midnight is there. So it's, from midnight to 5 a.m., if you don't use that space, or if you're finding you've got a lot of space on your Hobonichi weekly, you can even put the date in the middle. Experiment with it, So, but the hand lettering you can use and to embellish any of your pages. Hello, Lauren. Nice to see you. I see Lauren already on Instagram. Jewish Planner Mom has her well-being planner spread all done already. So make sure you check her out on Instagram. Jewish Planner Mom Lauren. How are you? Hello, hello. Love watching your Hobonichi plan with me since I use it. It gives me idea, but love your plan with me no matter what. I'll always be here. So yeah, I'll be changing because I like to change my mind. Okay, so now let's go have a look. The other thing is, where did I put? If you want to go even further, I think this one. I have my zebra mud liner. So one side is the chiseled tip end, and some people didn't know this, but see, you wouldn't think anything on the other end. Boop, it has a fine point. So when I first bought mild liners back in 2017, 2018, I did not know they were double-sided. Isn't that fantastic? So there you go. So if you do have these and you were not aware, because look, you wouldn't know that that is another tip there. Love the nail color today. Yes, that side, Elle, not that side. But I trimmed my nails because sometimes they get too long. So what you do if you want to go even further with your hand lettering, right? So because you can do this, remember, for your cover pages, for your headings, if you want to write today, to do, tasks, notes, whatever. What you do is grab a gray marker, so any gray marker, and I like to do the shadow-like effect of it at the bottom and the right-hand side of the digit, or, if you're going to do the letters, and then inside there. And so what it does by doing the little shadow-like effect even more than the black ink, it makes it pop off the page. It's as if it's floating on top of the page. So see how simple it is. And guess what? Because you're going to be creating your numbers and your letters with your own handwriting style, it is unique to you. No one else will have your hand lettering font because each and every stroke is unique to you. So just a simple gray marker. So you can decide which side of your numbers will have that shadow-like effect. See on the page and see, look at that, right? It's not straight, but doesn't matter because that looks like it's a sticker. What do we think? Give me a thumbs up if you think that that looks great. Very simple. I just used two colors and then the gray for the shadow, but you can just use one, you can use the other, or you can leave it a black and white if you have a black and white theme page. Isn't that fantastic? So remember, you don't have to have the brands that you see on, other Instagrammers, YouTubers, or you can buy dupes. And there's a lot of brands that do dupes of the high end markers. So I bought these for a long while ago because when I first started bullet journaling, that's what everyone else was using. So of course, I was swayed. I was in my 30s, all right? No, was I in my 30s? No, I was already in my 40s. Okay. I was influenced. So yes, so we need to normalize painting only one side of our nails. That's right. That's the look now, isn't it? It is. Yeah. So Marsha says, I love it. Something for all of us plannerettes. Excellent. I love it. That was actually for I have this week's done, but not photograph. Well, even if Lawrence has always shows the well-being planner spread that she has purchased for me, so always love watching her set up. So looks adorable, fantastic. Reading my mind. That's right. Only one hand. One hand. May says, great. Marsha, love it. Excellent. Oh, I love it. Thank you. So whatever color theme you have, get inspired by your washi tape, get inspired by the stickers you have on hand, get inspired by the season. So happy St. Patrick's Day for those that celebrated yesterday. I saw a lot of green posts yesterday. So and it was raining here. Normally if it's not raining, the kids and I and the family will look at the parade in the city, the St. Patrick's parade, but I stayed indoors. I wasn't about to go and you know go in the rain, and so I just popped on a movie. And so then I just watched a movie and then got ready for today's plan with me and getting ready for later on lesson 2 of the course Plan with Purpose that I am running. So there you go. There we are. Those colors are inspired by this washi tape. I think this washi tape was from Kmart here in Australia, a pack of 10. But I don't think it's available anymore. But whatever washi tape you have on hand, scour those washi tape bins, that's for 20 cents, 50 cents, because you can grab some really great ones. And of course, if you have, here's a little tip, grab yourself a little notebook. Whatever notebook you have, I'll pretend this one is a notebook, and then swatch. This is pink. It's not coming off right. See, I've moved things around. I haven't put everything back. So grab yourself your little booklet or little notebook. Pop the color in. What's this one? I think this 312. So then when you go to the shops and you have a little booklet of your swatches of your markers and your highlighters and your colorful pens, and then when you go and have a look, if you happen to stop by at a stationery store or one of those variety stores that also have stationery, then you can go and why is my thing moving? I think then you can go and swatch. You go, oh, that's the perfect color for that washi tape. Okay, so another tip, go and swatch, because it's a fun thing to swatch all your colorful markers, put it in a little notebook, grab yourself this one is my reading book. Grab yourself a little spiral notebook like this. How much are these? 50 cents each, or 5 for a couple of dollars. And then you can go and swatch all the markers that you have, take it with you, and then if a stationery store that you happen to visit is having a nice special and having sales, and then you could go and have a look and see, do I have that color? No, might pop that in the basket, and then of course write down what it is and the color code, because some of them don't have color names. What do we think of that? Is that something that do you guys have a swatch little notebook or booklet of the markers that you have on hand? Or even you can even have a little, this is more like a fun thing to do, maybe on a as part of your self-care, is to go and swatch the washi tapes you have on hand. So then that way, when again, if you happen to stumble into a stationery store, oops, I stumbled into a stationery store by accident, you can have a look and go, you know what, I've already got washi tapes that color. You know what, I will have 5 rainbow washi tapes already. Or you go, oh, I don't have a doggy washi tape or a kitty cat washi tape. So then you can know, so you're not doubling up, because that's sometimes the pitfalls of being a stationery lover, is you just go, you get attracted to shiny object things, and you go, oh, and you go home and it's like, oh, I already have something similar. So also be financially responsible, because stationery can get you into trouble by buying too much, and then of course being influenced by everyone else. All right, so yes, happy St. Pat's there. Elle says, I love Miss Kmart. So yes, our Kmart is I think a different, but it's like a variety store. You can buy so many. Hi, Mona Lisa, how are you? Thank you so much for joining me. Super awesome idea. May says, I carry a little Tombow swatch card. Exactly. So buy yourself just a little spiral notebook like this, and then I have quite a few, and this one I use as my reading log. So then I printed a book cover of Marie Forleo's Everything is Figureoutable, because when I like to read, to retain the information a lot better, is I go and write down what I'm reading. So I put the date, and then I just, important bits that I read, I rewrite it. I try and rewrite it in my own words, so then I can remember it more. So this is a great way for me to retain the information I read. And then also it's a great reference. So that's another little tidbit for you if you love reading and if you are studying as well, because then if it's small like this, then you're not rewriting the whole textbook. Although I love rewriting the whole textbook when I use to study. All right, so that's fantastic. May carries a little Tombow swatch card. So that is the embellishing part. Now I'm going to put March there, but what I might do, I might leave it, because I think if I write it on camera, I might probably not have enough space. But again, majority weekly spread might have a little calendar section at the bottom. So what you just do is just highlight, the current week. So we are already the fourth week, 1, 2, 3, fourth week. And then here, because it is blank, I'm just going to fill it in. I will do just this one: 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So I'll fill in the rest of that with, whatever the 1, 2, 3, and so on and so on. So this little calendar is a great reference if you have to think back, what date was that last week on a Monday, or what's next week's Tuesday. So it's always good to have a little calendar reference, because if you're like me, I get my dates all wrong. So let's see, my next Monday is 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, and March is 31, because next week on Friday the 29th, I'll be celebrating my 16th wedding anniversary. So that's an important date to know when that is, because then I have to go and make sure I organize maybe my mum and dad to look after the boys, or, while hubby and I go out for dinner. So that's that one. Now, what else do you do when it comes to your weekly spread? So for me, because I do use my Hobonichi original for my daily planning. So I do my time blocking and then I do my tasks on there because I just like to have that handy. I'll move it around with me if I'm in the kitchen. I'll just go, what's next? So I do use the Hobonichi, Adriana, you do use the Hobonichi original for my daily planning. So the weekly is a bird's eye view of what's happening for the week. So then that way I can, if I'm planning let's say I'm planning tomorrow, I'll look at my weekly. I'm going to have up the top here known events and top priority. And then here, these ones. So whatever weekly spread you have, whether it's a horizontal or a vertical, try and see if it doesn't have the hours of the day. See if you can time block it by morning, afternoon, and evening. Time blocking is a great way for you to be a little bit more productive because instead of saying, I have the whole day to do whatever, or I've got, your day isn't sectioned or partitioned into sections, whether it's a half-hour time block, an hour time block, morning, afternoon, or evening. It's sort of like that little milestone. It's like, all right, morning's done. I've done everything in my morning routine, or now I have to concentrate on my afternoon routine. So that is really important. Time blocking is one of those productivity techniques for you to be able to be more effective with your time. So what I like to do on the top here, if you have your columns or your weekly have a space at the top, I always try and put things at the top that are known events, time sensitive appointments. So what I do is, to know what's going on, I refer back to my monthly tab with all the things that I had, known events that I had put on there when I first started the new month. I'm just going to move stuff aside. So then I will go and refer to it. So then let's have a look. Today's the 18th. So it says there that I have a 5:30 a.m. YouTube live stream. So I'll just pop that on there, even though we are already, halfway through it. At 8 o'clock, I have my week 2 lesson for the course that I am running. So some of you are attending that. And then on Tuesday, the 19th, so make sure you refer back to your calendar, because if you had set up your planner pages for the beginning of the month, it's really important for you to be effective, organized, and not overwhelmed and stressed. Planning ahead is an important and integral part of reducing the overwhelm, reducing the stress, because what happens when we're stressed, right? We forget stuff. We get all these, oh no, now we've fallen behind, and now we'll go. It just causes a lot of disarray in an otherwise already, probably, challenging day, challenging week, right? So it's important to plan ahead. So if you have your monthly calendar all set up, when you're setting up your weekly, see how it trickles down, right? So you have your monthly spread, and then once you start your weekly spread and you're going to plan for the new week, you refer to your monthly, and then once you set your weekly and you're planning for the day, you don't need to go and refer to all these different calendars and different post-it notes, because then it's sort of like you're funneling things down. By funneling things down, right, means you are more focused. You don't have to think about what's happening in Wednesday, because guess what? You'll have that already, in your weekly spread. So it may seem like it takes, for those of us that may be new to planning or, have fallen off the wagon, it may be that it takes a lot of time at the beginning, but preparation is important to have an effective, efficient, non-overwhelming, non-stressful day or week. Because we know, guess what? It's going to be stressful. There's no doubt about it. Things are going to get thrown at us that is unexpected, that's not part of our plan. But if at least we have a lot of things set up that you do go, oh, well, I don't have to remember that because that's on Saturday. I have my stuff. I know what's happening on Saturday because I have it written down. Of course, these are the known events. Of course, so anything that do come up, you won't know, but you just pop that onto your weekly spread. All right, so that's Monday, and then on Tuesday at 4 o'clock. So yes, I am a sucker for punishment. I'm doing a course, an online course that's in the US, and then of course their time is different to mine here in Australia, and so that's just part of the season that I've put myself into to make sure I am learning my craft, which is content creation and all this stuff. So it's some of the things that I gotta do. I wake up at 3 o'clock. So it used to be 5 a.m., but because you guys have in the US had your daylight savings time change, so then I missed out actually last week because I was still in the 20th. I was still in the 5 o'clock. I had it scheduled for 5 o'clock, and then I have another master class, a freebie master class that I want to attend. And then on the 21st, I have, so pop on your weekly spread any bills coming out. All right. So any type of money movement, whether your pay comes in, or you got to pay a bill, or you got to pay rent, or you got to pay the mortgage, or you got to pay your insurance, make sure it is also part of your planning, because financial movement or any routines also affects your day-to-day life. I can feel a hair on my arm. Right, but day-to-day life, and so that in itself can cause stress if you don't plan ahead. If you go, oh no, like the gas bill gets taken out, every fortnight out of the account, but then if your account doesn't have any money in it, or you haven't transferred any money, and then you get overdrawn, and then you get fees, see how that can have a snowball effect on your day. So planning ahead is really, really important to make sure that you are aware of these things and you don't get surprised by them. So let me know if you are in the chat, or if you are watching on replay, pop it in the comment section. If you are also putting on your weekly spread or in your calendar money movement, paydays, when bills need to get paid. Are you checking your phone? If you have an Apple iOS, go make sure to check in the settings and in that those subscriptions that you might have signed up for 8 months ago, that you paid an annual subscription fee. Go and check to see if any of those are going to be coming up, because if you haven't used any of these subscriptions or these apps that you downloaded because everybody else was downloaded, Facetune AI, clean up the family photos, whatever it is that you got suckered into, like I normally do. All right, go check and pop it in your calendar, because then what you can do is, of course, if you don't need it anymore, you can cancel it, or if it's closer to the time. So let's just say a subscription will get renewed in April. I would put in my March, right, ahead of time, maybe mid-month, and go, hey, this app subscription renewal is going to get renewed in April, blah, 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 the following month. So then again, you're planning ahead and you don't get surprised with anything like that. So Deborah says, I will add the bill due date to my calendar. I have it on my budget. However, I think the calendar edition will be helpful. Yes, thank you for the suggestion. Yes, of course, me too. Sometimes I have it on the, if you have a spreadsheet or a tracker of all the different bills and, insurance, maintenance bills that come out. Use those. So when you are planning your new month, make sure you refer to those as well and migrate those information onto your calendar, because then when you are planning your new week, it's all there. It doesn't get forgotten. Most times some people have, because what we do for our financial routine is we only have what our debit account. There's only one main account that has an ATM card attached to it. Everything else I have on bank separate bank accounts that I they're normally my cash envelopes, or because I don't do cash envelopes in those sense, the big, high ticket items like electricity bill or gas bill. So I move it out. So technically, the account that, I have set up for those automatic direct debits that, the utility companies are attached to, I don't have the funds in there. Oh, am I still? Okay. It looks like my camera for my top camera is not working. It must have died. So I'm going to see if I can try and see if we can look at a different camera. I don't think I might, but what I'll do is I'll show you. All right. So I'll just have to show you this. So because I have moved my plugs around, I don't think it is plugged into a PowerPoint that has continuous. It's not as powerful. So that's a shame. And I don't have my battery. So this is what happens, everybody, when you move things around. By the way, do you like the new setup? So I used this wall used to be over here, and I moved it. Let me see if I can go and show you my settings. So this, can you see? See? So my background used to be here, and then I used to have the desk facing it. So then I moved my things around. So let me know if you follow me on Instagram and you saw me move things around. So this camera now is dead, because I turned it off last night. But anyway, so let's have a look. Let's go back to the main camera. All right. So what I'm going to do is then, right, go and put all the known events. I think that's all the known events. And then the other things I like to put into my, let me see if I can do this. I don't think I can. Now, let's have a look. Very nice. That was totally inspiring. Oh, yay. Love to see your refresh. Thank you. Oh, hello, Valerie. Nice to see you from Versailles, France. Again, there's love the new setup. Thank you. Yes, I saw, and change is looking lovely. Yes, so I had to make sure everything was level. I'm like really quite pedantic with these things. Is then on my screen, I've got my ruler to make sure, is that the same height as that one? Is my desk, level? Because our floor is actually not level. So the floors are slightly at a slant. So if I looked at my wall, normally everything will look a little bit slanted because it's, so to my eye level, everything's a little bit skewed like this, just a tiny bit, because I had to follow the line of the floor, because my desk is sort of like the one at the back is like this. So then everything on top of it, I had to make sure I level to that rather than to the wall or the eye level. Hi, Valerie. Excellent. Hello. Thank you so much for joining me. Early spring changes. Yes. So, I've still got my pink and teal and, clover, colorways. And I even have on here, over here, my desktop background matches, and then my light, I made sure it's the RGB lights are all color coordinating. And then here, let's see if it'll focus. So this is my 4 laws of, let me see if I can remove me. Mariane, just get out of the way for a second, please. So tiny changes make big difference. All right, so make it obvious. So if you have your planner, make sure it's on, visible on your desk, not on a shelf that you can't look at. Make it attractive, which is what we're doing today, is embellishing our planner pages. Make it easy. Don't clutter your planner pages with too many stuff. Sometimes, as much as I love stickers, right? Sometimes that we can go. I know we can go. Oops, trying to focus. We can go overboard with it's trying to focus. We can go overboard with embellishing it, but sometimes it gets our planner page just gets too cluttered with it, and then you miss an important date or an important task. Because so embellish, but embellish so then that way you still have the functionality of your planner pages. And then the last one is make it satisfying. If you can hang out with some plannerettes online while you're planning your weekly news spread, and hang out with like-minded people that also enjoy stickers, washi tapes, and getting tips and ideas for effective planning, because you guys provide me with so many great tips as well. So I know May gave me the idea. Oh, you know, get yourself a cooling fan. I'm gonna see if this has. Oh no, I don't think it has. Anyway, so I'll try and figure out how to get a desk view of it. But so the next thing to put on top of your weekly spread. So I'm going to talk it out while I'm trying to figure out what to do here. What you can do with your weekly spread is also put your top priority. Right. So on here, my top priority was, of course, my YouTube live stream and the course that I'm going to be doing. And then try and only put 1 to 3 top priority. So that means is if nothing else gets done in the day, right, but you get 1 or 2 of your top priority, it is a win, because your top priority is not the only thing you're going to be doing. Right, throughout the day. It also is let me see if this will work. Let's see if this will work. All right, maybe not. Hello everybody, I'm still here. I am still here. Anyway, that's technology, and that is live stream for you. But so 1 to 2 items off your list on top. So then that way, let me know if this is bugging you. If it's like, Mariane, what are you doing? Get your act together here, right? But this is what happens when you change things around, everybody. You get all flustered, and then things aren't working out. Let me see. Hang on a tick. I'm going to see if I can get a stand. See, this is what's called make and do as you go. So, and then, but yeah, so let me know in the chat while I am figuring things out here, is do you write top priorities for your weekly spread or your daily spread? Let me know if that is something that you do. If not, why not? No, only kidding. But yeah, so no, I don't think it's going to work, everybody. Oh well. I tried to be technologically minded with these things, but it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Let me see if I'll try it again. Okay. I think I might be able to finagle something. Finagle, is that the word? Finagle? Finagle. That one doesn't work. Okay, I think I do. All right. Hey, you see? Let's see if this works, everybody. Tell me if this works. Share. Look at that. This is on my phone. So then, of course, if I run out of, you're doing just fine. Oh, thank you. Stephanie says, you're doing great. Your camera is just on a Right. Probably going, what are you doing changing things around? Lol, Stephanie. Can you let me know that the audio is okay? It should be okay because no negative self. Oh, yeah, you got this. Just hold your planner up to the screen if need be. You're doing just fine. Thank you, May. It worked. That's right. See, you did it. That's it. Look at you, Marianne Spielberg. All right, that's right. Look at that. So now I've got my. So it's actually my phone. See, I have an app. Oh, that's me. Lots of me. So if you ever want to live stream and you go, I don't have all of that stuff, you can do it. So if let me know if in the comment section if you're watching or audio is great. Yes, I think because it's a second. I have it as the second camera, so it's not picking up the audio. So, but yeah, you can go on live with just your phone. All right. So then all my known events are I've written down from my calendar so I can move my calendar out of the way. And then another great way to make sure you have an effective weekly spread is color coding. So for me, I like to use my zebra mild liners as my color coding colors. So some of them, the labels that I have on here are for my budget, but I also double it for my other color coding. So some of them, so I'm not using the label for budget. Here you go. So this one is school. Um, this one is Marianne. All the many many stationery. But for my color coding, when it comes to my weekly spread, so the pink one is me. Is this pink? Yep, is me stuff. So remember my time blocking. I am using morning, morning, afternoon, and night. So the first thing I do is I go and highlight I'm going to only do it from Monday to Wednesday, my AM routine, right? So I'm going to write here AM routine. So in my habit tracker, I have it all outlined. So that's doing my mood log, journaling, tracking my expenses, doing about 10 to 15 minutes worth of reading, washing my face, planning for the day. So I just have it all grouped because remember, like I said, I have that in my daily. And then the other thing for today, so orange for me is all my social media stuff. So this is the YouTube live. So YouTube live. And then for my blue, I'm using this color code for the course that I am running. So today I'm running that at 8 o'clock. So that is so PWP is Plan with Purpose course. And then what I'll do, make sure it's important that you put in your meal breaks. So I'm going to put meal break, meal break. So see here, even though I don't have the time, the time block, the actual hours or half hour time block, for me, I'm just eyeballing that in the morning, I got to do my morning routine. On Mondays, I've got these two different things on my YouTube, my course, my breakfast. Because you go, why do you need to put your breakfast in there, Marianne? You know that you got to eat or you know you got to have lunch. Well, unfortunately, sometimes I can get stuck whether I'm busy or I'm stuck in, it maybe my anxious thoughts that I don't go and take time for my break. So I'm just I'm referring to a little swatch on here. So hi Robin, hi, nice to see you. Let me make sure everything positive vibes only. Hi Karen, how are you? Nice to see you. I'm so happy you are here. Modern day MacGyver, exactly. Hi, Robin. I appreciate you being here. Welcome to the Plannerette community. That's what we call ourselves, the Plannerettes, right? So, in your time blocking, make sure you are putting in your meal breaks. Because, again, what that does is it allows you to, it's like the stakeholder in the day. It's like, okay, it's a reset. Better go have my lunch, because it's important that we are scheduling in our breaks, whether it's meal breaks, whether it's getting up from your desk, taking a deep breath, going for a walk, because this being proactive with your breaks is very important, because that's one of the things that you can do, simple things you can do to avoid burning out. So burning out doesn't mean that or taking breaks to avoid burnout means, better not work for 60 hours a week. It's also the little breaks that you take throughout the day that's important. That's, part of my AM routine. And then here it is again, a pink one, which is I'm going to put here my PM routine. So whether you are using a column that has time, actual hour time block, or if your weekly spread only has whether it's a horizontal or vertical and it's not divided, go and divide it up. Go and get your ruler and your pen and create a just a simple divider. Or if you want to take a little bit more time, you can create the dash line, or I think the ant line they call it, right? Little stitches, and divide your page that way. But here on mine, it's sort of like that line, it's a little bit bolder than the other line, so it divides it up. And then the other thing, of course, during my week is our homeschool. So I homeschool my younger son, who's 15 years old, who's on the autism spectrum. So because we homeschool, we start our homeschool later in the day, so around about 11 o'clock, because he's circadian rhythm is he works better late morning and then into the afternoon. Because before, when I first started homeschooling, I thought it had to be like, right, we got to start 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. like the mainstream school. I was like, hang on, no, that's why I'm homeschooling, is because he we are going to I am teaching him the way he learns, rather than him learning the way typical children his age would learn. So slowly, making sure that I accommodate for his needs, but at the same time making sure that I still provide that structure, because later in life, when he does, go into his adult life and join, the community, when he has to go to and join the workforce, sometimes things won't go his way all the time. So I'm also teaching him ways to make sure that there's structure, there's routine. And so so then the other thing that I add on here, let me just have a look, is I go and I'm going to do a workout. Going to and working out are two different things. Working out, and then the purple I use for family or home stuff. So I need to make sure that I'm, need to finish cleaning the rest of my little flat, because I move things around and all the mess is behind me. And then I use this color here. I think this, I've forgotten what this color is. I think beige. No, that I don't think it'd be that boring name. Is my color coding for unplugging. So I take at least half an hour of just doing whatever I want. I can nap, I can look on my phone. Technically, unplugging doesn't mean unplugging for me, as in not use my phone. It's just sort of like whatever I want to do. If I just want to sit there and twiddle my thumb, I can. So there is no agenda with my unplug. So same thing, do that same thing for yourself. So let me have a look. I've got dinner. And then I just repeat all the same ones throughout the rest of the week. So let me just show you how it would look like. So these things clean. So the cleaning things that I do is, just 10 to 15 minutes of quick cleaning. So then that way I'm not spending the rest of the weekend cleaning the whole place, because we've done spot cleaning as we go. So let me put AM routine. So see how time blocking visually, you can start to see how your day is planned. Let me just breakfast, make sure I am writing this all correctly. And then I think here, uh, I'll do an orange one because I've got the call. So that's the coaching call that I got to join, a Zoom call. And then this one, I'm joining a master. So I use the yellow for Instagram stuff. So then that way, see how time blocking now, what happens is I get to see how my day looks. So color coding allows me to see, hang on, if I've assigned maybe a pink, which is me stuff. Is that pink? Yep. Me stuff. Might go, I haven't assigned anything that's me. Or hang on, I've assigned too many work stuff. So visually time blocking, and if you do color code, will also allow you to see if there's certain areas of, key areas of your focus, whether financial, social, spiritual, mental, physical, family, career, right? If you are neglecting any of those and you're not putting in the time for maybe family stuff, maybe you're not, there's too many, let's say for you, blue, whatever color code you do, maybe for you, blue is all work stuff. If you have work, you start to go, oh, hang on, I need to schedule in, self-care time. I need to schedule in a break. Oh, I need to schedule in catching up with family or friend or calling them. So then if you start to see, so let me see if I can zoom out a bit. That's as far as it allowed me to zoom out. Right, so let's just say I did this mock one because I wanted to make sure I was planning ahead. So let's say there we go. Okay, so then if I see here that there's then some blank spaces on there, I could either go, well, there's some blank spaces on Saturday here. That's maybe when I could catch up with a friend for coffee. So time blocking will allow you to see from a bird's eye point of view, right? Little pockets of time in your day that you go, you know what? I always try and leave everything late at night. Hang on, there's a pocket of time there in the morning that I don't have anything scheduled on. That when I know my energy level is really good at the beginning of the day, maybe instead of doing nothing for majority of the day and wasting time and procrastinating and then go and stressing out because now I've got to leave it late in the evening and then it's, it needs to be presented maybe the following day. You can then start to see how time blocking for you will be able to see more effective way of using your time. Because if you always go, I don't have the time, right? But then you see when you start to time block and color code and you go, that's a lie. There's actually a great moment there. Let's say I don't have anything there, right? So it's really important that you then start to see that's maybe when I can do my workout. Maybe that's when I can do read a book, because there's a half an hour before dinner or half an hour in the evening before I go to bed. So what do you think? Do you guys let me know in the chat if you time block similar or you color code your day like this, right? And then again, if you starting out with your time blocking, grab yourself a little card that you can have on your desk. So, you could go pink is, me time, and then blue could be, your reading time. So then have your little keys or color code on the side. So then that way you get to have something similar to this. So if you plan your week like this, all right, you've done your embellishments, you've made it pretty. Okay, make it attractive. One of the 4 laws of behavior change, according to James Clear, that we had in that in here, that background is right. Make it attractive, make it easy. So by you looking at your weekly spread with time blocking and color coding, you can see straight away pockets of the day where you can be more maybe effective and efficient. And then that beginning of the day, your energy level is nice and high. Go and action stuff, the more maybe difficult tasks during that time of the day. Okay, so let me know. What do you think? So that is the weekly spread. So if you did want to go and purchase my printable download, it is available in my shop. So I've got the link there in the chat. I will also, the link is also in the description below. So at Mariane Cresp, I have for A5 planners, Happy Planner, classic size printable, letter or big Happy Planner size. I do also have, if you're a pocket planner, right? Pocket. Oh no, this one's personal, pocket. And Adriana, if you are on the Hobonichi, I've got printables also that you can print and then just glue. So let's see if I've got, where is my, right? So if you want a habit tracker, right? So this one is a printable, one of my printables. So then you just print it, cut it to size, add some washi. So there's many printables for Hobonichi. Future log, okay? So my printables, mariannecresp.com. But yeah, so Robin says, how would you do that with a full-time job and not overload on the days off? So Robin, I'm going to put a link in the description, the running to-do list, because it's really important. If you've got lots of stuff on your tasks and your to-do on your weekly, is then you start to have to look at prioritizing whether are those tasks important to me. They probably we all think all the time that it is important, but maybe you can delegate. Maybe you can, not do it this week. So, if you have a full-time job, and make sure not to load your days with stuff to do. And that's why if you can break something that you normally do on the weekend throughout the week and do it like 5 minutes at a time. Break it down into small actionable tasks. So for me, I don't like doing the cleaning. I don't do the cleaning much. I've got the older son who's 16. So I have delegated the vacuuming to him and delegated him cleaning their own bathroom, and I get him to dust. So start to go, is this thing that I'm putting just on me important to me? Does it move the needle to make me move towards the goals that I have? Or can I break it down into small actionable tasks throughout the week? So then you're not overloading yourself with, because spend your days off doing stuff you like. Why, don't spend stuff doing things that everybody else wants you to do. Go and make them do stuff too. You have family members that can help you do that stuff. Karen says, I'm going to try time blocking for sure. And it's always a great way to go and use your markers, isn't it? Like it's to color code. Oh, which one can I assign for me stuff? Which color shall I assign for my break? So really, really important. Adriana says, love that spread you showed in the Hobonichi from last week. Oh, I'll show you that in a second. And Karen says, full-time job, 4 children, all desperately need planning system. And Karen, start small, right? So I have been doing this and I still don't get it. I'm all well laid out plans doesn't mean they all get action. Right, but it's a better way of at least setting the intention. So when you do have the time, when you do have the capacity, you can do it. Sometimes we have to forgive ourselves that things are not all going to get done because it's just, pretty much I've got to look after me too. So make sure the first thing you need to do, Karen, is to put me time. 10 minutes of reading for yourself. Going just out in the backyard and putting headphones on and listening to music for 5 minutes or even just one song, right? These are the things that we need to start putting in place because they're important to us. When you start putting things on your task list, on your planner of things that are important to you, then all the other stuff gets a little bit easier to do because guess what? You're not burnt out. You're not resentful that you're doing so many stuff or you're not feeling overwhelmed and stressed because you have so many stuff. When you actually also put things on your planner that matter to you, that bring you joy, that make you happy, try not to do stuff that don't make you happy because really there's already a lot of things that we're doing that, we have to do, we got to do, we're forced to do. So really important that you do put stuff in there in place. Karen, I try to group activities together to help me or break my cleaning, into sections by part of house or going out errands. Yeah, so for me, my cleaning at the moment is I'll go, all right, I've got it on my here, on my, it's like cleaning. It's like, okay, the mirrors need to get cleaned. Quick, all the mirrors. Right, so I try to do. We live in a small flat, so I don't have rooms sections. So try and group the same tasks together. So if you see straight away that something is looking like cleaning wise is looking like it needs some attention, do that. Do that first, and then if nothing else gets done, at least you know. Oh gosh, the microwave has been cleaned. I don't have to open the microwave door and look at that gunky stuff on the top of the microwave. So really important. Um, Anything that requires me to go out to do a task, I try to pick a time to lump all of that together. I break my cleaning into rooms or section. Hope that makes sense. Yes, I think so. Yeah, fantastic. Karen says, thank you, Stephanie. Yeah, so, and don't be too hard on yourself that, and make sure, please, that's why, when you have a time blocking like this and you see it from a bird's eye point of view, you start to go, hang on, why am I spending my Saturday cleaning for 3 hours? Right? Maybe I could go 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there, 10 minutes here, 10, or, just the bar, just the sink. All right. Because sometimes we think, oh, we have to clean the whole room. Right. For me, I'll just go, it's just the sink, the toilet, the floor. If it's all floor, bathroom floor, kitchen floor, hallway floor, because then you've got the bucket out. Right. So be efficient, because then when you start to time block, you start to go, how can we be efficient? So batch similar tasks together. So hopefully that helps. I also tried to set up a meal plan for the week of easy meals to help out. I have a trash bag out for a quick trash run and Marianne's to do help. Yes, I've got my, so, keep your tasks, weekly tasks, to just one page. If it doesn't fit into the one page, it either doesn't get done, it gets delegated to someone else, or it's not important enough for me to warrant using up all of my time. Now, of course, I don't have 4 children, so I've already have my hands full with 2 boys and a husband and everything else. So I feel for you, but then I don't know how young your children are. Maybe you can get them to help. Help mom now, grab all the toys or whatever it is. So you start to go, how can I go and delegate stuff to everyone? Thank you. I will try to do that. Oh, that's fantastic. With your youngsters, Joyce, with your youngest, Joyce, he helped me. With my youngest, he does help me as well. My youngest are on the spectrum, are 2 different size. Does he help? Yeah, so I'll get him to, it's like I'll put it on his schedule, empty the dishwasher. But then sometimes I forget if the dishwasher is full of dirty stuff, he will put it away. So then all the, you now got clean dishes with dirty dishes. But getting him to do all, my husband will go, Zach, his name is Zach, fold the tea towels and fold the towels. So I have given in to not making the towels and the tea towels not folded beautifully as the Instagram stuff. So it's like put the basket and just go, all right, pick out all your undies and socks, get them all, and then just get them to put it in their drying drawer. So depending, of course, on how young your children are and the capabilities. So yeah, I do put on my 15-year-old's list things to do. So it'll be like clean your room, and if their clean is not your clean, remember that they too are going to start building that habit. So don't expect too much from them. Now, Adriana said she saw my weekly. All right, so as part of my plan with purpose thing is I wanted to see let me see if I can zoom out. I use my weekly because I moved into the weekly spread. So this is a blank page and it is time blocked, a 24-hour time block. So it does take a little bit of time, but it's my me time. So coloring in these is I have, instead of, this is logging how I spend the day. So these blue things here are my course. So I'm planning for my course. Here, this purple one is me rearranging my whole little planner desk and studio. So from lunch to 1:30 in the morning. I I did that, and then these gray ones on my sleep. So if you don't know yourself, how you are spending your time, logging and using your weekly spread as a log, so you don't have to be as detailed as I am. Remember, I am a content creator. My content is about planning, so I'm always at my desk, right? So I don't have my job isn't outside of my desk and my homeschooling. So I have the time and the capacity to be a little bit more detailed. But you don't have to be as detailed as this. So if you could just go, from 8 to 10, I work, and then 11 I have my morning tea break, and then I have my lunch, and then and then in the afternoon I get dinner ready, or in the evening, and then I have some time. So just do, it doesn't have to be so granular as mine, because every half hour or hour. The reason I did this is because I used to leave all my stuff at 3 o'clock in the morning. So I would nap, after homeschool, I would nap the day away, and then I would leave everything late at night. And then, of course, I'll be tired, I'll be cranky, anxiety kicks in, stress kicks in, low thoughts, and so logging my time like this has now I'm able to see where I'm spending my time. So at the moment, as you can see here, I don't have a regular system of what I'm doing. So then I'm going, maybe I'm not planning my time effectively, but I am in a different season because I am doing a course. So it's, running a course. So it's out of the ordinary. All right. So this is a way for you to go and use your weekly. Yay, I'm glad. And I'm glad I was able to share. Sometimes I forget that I say I'm going to show this something. Deborah, I hope if you're watching this on replay, thank you for joining. Need to run. Hope you all have a great week. Excellent. Oh, thank you for saying bye-bye to her for me, Irene. Bye, Deborah. That is so pretty. Yeah, so, don't think I'm going to do this week in, week out. But it's same way is for you to be able to track how you're using your time, or how you're using your money. You need to first see how you're using it now, because there's no point making all these goals and making all these changes when you don't know yet where you're starting from, what your foundation is. So it's important, before you make any major changes in your life, is you need to see, well, how am I spending it? Because if you're spending your time, half an hour to an hour, maybe playing, those great games on, is it the Nintendo Switch, whatever it is. But if you look at that as something that's wasting your time, when actually it's not, it's your me time. And then you start to go and deny yourself of the, your time that you enjoy, then don't do that. So you first need to go and have a look where you're starting from, and just don't compromise on things that bring you happiness, that bring you joy. You might have to, if you're spending 3 hours on it, maybe you'll only do one, because then of course if the house is a mess, or you're not catching up with your friends anymore, and other parts of your life are getting neglected, then that's when you start to go see, oh well, maybe, look at this one, look at that. A little bit of sleep only on Tuesday night. But I also have been able to spot that I have big emotions in this time block here, which is the 2 to 4 after our homeschool, and both Zach and I are probably already spent, so much cognitive demand, sensory demand, and we just both trigger each other. And so I've got to make sure that not only do I need to put self-care stuff for myself, that I also put self-care stuff for my son. So I need to go and be on my A game, so then I can help get him to plan his own, sensory processing needs, his own breaks. So once you start to see how important it is to plan for your own self-care time, then you get to still clearer-headed. Okay, so I do appreciate you all being here. So remember, like I said, if you want to get my planner printable download, it will be so helpful. And of course, a like goes a long way, and do share this with your planner friends. And if you haven't yet subscribed, Why not? Make sure you do and hit that bell to get notified of when I am on. So I am normally here for most of you, your Sunday afternoon or evening if you are in the US. I am here in Sydney. It is now Monday at 6:45 a.m. I do appreciate you for joining me in this week's plan with me and for, being very patient with my technical issues. And so I'm going to plan the rest of my this one. All right. So there's the time blocking, and hopefully you've got some valuable tips and tricks today. And make your planner pages pretty, because making your planner pages pretty means you might use it more often than not. Okay. So I appreciate you. Thank you all. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. Time watching is something I'm focused on this. Yep, fantastic. I love it. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, and I hope everyone has a great week. Bye all. Bye Karen. Bye May. Bye Elle. See you again soon. Bye-bye. If you're watching on replay, type in the comments what valuable thing you got from today's video. Bye. Bye everybody.